Imagine a life etched by the sun, wind, and the relentless demands of the earth itself. Picture hands that tell stories of decades spent coaxing sustenance from stubborn soil, of early mornings painted by the lowing of cattle, and evenings marked by the quiet hum of an isolated world. For Jack Thomas, a rancher nestled deep in the heart of rural America, this was not merely a romantic ideal, but the unvarnished reality of his existence. His ranch, a legacy passed down through generations, was more than just land. It was a testament to a way of life increasingly challenged by forces far beyond his control. Economic downturns, unpredictable weather patterns that swung violently between drought and flood, and the simple, unforgiving march of time had gnawed away at his dreams of prosperity, leaving behind a landscape of struggle and dwindling hope. He was a man defined by perseverance, yet even the most resilient spirit can feel the weight of perpetual hardship. His story, in many ways, mirrors the quiet battles fought by countless individuals who dedicate their lives to the foundational work of our society, often unseen, often undervalued, and frequently at the mercy of larger, impersonal systems. Then, one quiet afternoon, as Jack went about his familiar routine, checking on his herd, a jarring anomaly broke the stillness of his dusty driveway. A sleek, almost futuristic black vehicle, a Tesla Model 3, stood in stark contrast to the weathered fences and the ancient pickup truck parked nearby. The sight itself was a disruption, an emblem of a world far removed from the dirt and toil of his daily grind. Moments later, a figure emerged, one instantly recognizable to anyone with even a passing glance at global headlines: Elon Musk. The billionaire entrepreneur, a visionary whose name is synonymous with audacious leaps in technology and space exploration, stood there, a warm smile gracing his face. He explained, in a voice that carried surprising sincerity, that his company had been observing Jack's journey, his unwavering commitment despite overwhelming odds. The air crackled with disbelief, a surreal moment where the future quite literally arrived at the doorstep of the past. It was an encounter that transcended the ordinary, an unexpected collision of vastly different realities, hinting at a transformation that would ripple far beyond the immediate shock. This was not merely a transactional exchange, but the opening chapter of a narrative that challenged assumptions about progress, compassion, and the surprising intersections of tradition and innovation. The gift, a fully electric Tesla Model 3, was presented not as a luxury, but as a catalyst for change, a tool to fundamentally reimagine Jack's ranching business. It was a tangible symbol of an opportunity to break free from the cycle of struggle, to embrace sustainability, and to forge a new, thriving future for his land and family. This was a gesture that spoke volumes about the potential for technology and human kindness to converge in the most unexpected places, proving that even in the most remote corners of the world, a single act of generosity can ignite a profound revolution, offering a fresh start and a pathway to renewed purpose. The struggles faced by Jack Thomas are, unfortunately, far from unique. They reflect a broader crisis within rural America and the traditional agricultural sector. For generations, farming and ranching have been the backbone of many communities, but the landscape has shifted dramatically. Small, family-owned operations often find themselves caught between rising operational costs, fluctuating market prices, and the immense capital required to modernize. The average age of farmers continues to climb, while younger generations are often deterred by the financial precarity and demanding lifestyle. This economic pressure is compounded by environmental challenges, from intensifying droughts that devastate crops and pastures to unprecedented floods that wash away livelihoods. Many ranches, like Jack's, operate on thin margins, with aging equipment that is costly to maintain and inefficient to run. The reliance on fossil fuels for tractors, trucks, and generators adds another layer of vulnerability, tying their fate to volatile global energy markets. Historically, agriculture has always adapted. From the invention of the plow to the advent of mechanized harvesters, each innovation promising greater efficiency and output. Yet, for many small-scale ranchers, adopting cutting-edge technology remains an unattainable dream, not due to a lack of willingness, but a lack of access to capital, infrastructure, and knowledge. They are often isolated, both geographically and technologically, from the very advancements that could offer a lifeline. This creates a stark divide between the tech-rich urban centers and the resource-strapped rural areas, a chasm that the arrival of a Tesla at Jack's ranch so dramatically highlighted. It underscored the desperate need for solutions that bridge this gap, offering sustainable pathways forward for those who feed the nation, often at great personal cost. The core of this transformative gift lay not just in the vehicle itself, but in the intelligent application of its underlying technology and the integrated solar-powered charging station that accompanied it. The Tesla Model 3, an icon of electric mobility, brought an immediate and profound shift to Jack's daily operations. Gone were the days of costly diesel refills for his old truck, its noisy engine disturbing the quietude of the fields. The Model 3 offered silent, emissions-free transportation across his vast property, a stark contrast that improved both the environmental footprint of the ranch and the quality of life for Jack and his livestock. Beyond simple transport, the vehicle's large battery capacity presented a revolutionary opportunity. Imagine powering electric tools directly from the car, or providing backup energy during power outages, a common issue in remote areas. This wasn't merely about driving, it was about leveraging a mobile power source. Furthermore, the solar charging station transformed the ranch into a self-sufficient energy hub. Sunlight, an abundant and free resource on Jack's sprawling land, was now harnessed to fuel his primary mode of transport and potentially other ranching equipment. This significantly reduced his overhead, freeing up precious capital that could be reinvested into the ranch, perhaps for better feed, veterinary care, or infrastructure improvements. This integration of renewable energy into a traditional agricultural setting exemplifies a growing movement towards sustainable farming practices. It's a shift from a linear, extractive model to a circular, regenerative one, where resources are conserved and reutilized. Concepts like precision agriculture, which uses data and technology to optimize crop yields and livestock management, or agrovoltaics, where solar panels share land with farming, are gaining traction. Jack's experience became a living case study for how advanced, clean technology, once considered the exclusive domain of urban tech hubs, could be seamlessly integrated into and fundamentally revitalize the most traditional of industries, proving that the future of farming could indeed be electric and solar-powered. The profound implications of Jack's story extend far beyond the boundaries of his revitalized ranch, touching upon broader societal currents and challenging conventional wisdom. His experience became a powerful narrative, illustrating the unexpected convergence of high-tech innovation and deeply traditional industries. It highlighted how solutions often perceived as exclusive to urban, affluent populations could offer transformative benefits to struggling rural communities. This particular gift also shone a spotlight on the evolving role of corporate philanthropy and social responsibility among tech giants. While often criticized for their immense wealth and influence, this act demonstrated a tangible, impactful way in which private enterprise could directly address societal challenges, moving beyond mere PR gestures to genuine investment in individual lives and sustainable futures. It wasn't just about a car, it was about demonstrating a scalable model for integrating renewable energy and advanced mobility into agriculture, sparking conversations about wider adoption and policy support. Psychologically, Jack's story resonated deeply because it tapped into universal themes of hope, resilience, and the profound impact of unexpected kindness. It reminded people that even in an increasingly complex and often cynical world, acts of genuine generosity can still occur, and they can fundamentally alter the course of a life. This ripple effect was palpable. Jack's newfound prosperity didn't just benefit him. It created opportunities for local suppliers, inspired neighboring ranchers to consider similar sustainable practices, and injected a sense of optimism into a community often overlooked. It became a testament to the idea that innovation doesn't have to be disruptive in a negative sense, but can be a powerful force for upliftment, bridging the digital and economic divides that often separate different segments of society. His journey became a compelling narrative, proving that the future is not just for the technologically elite, but for anyone willing to embrace change and, crucially, for anyone fortunate enough to be touched by an extraordinary act of human connection. Despite the undoubtable success and heartwarming nature of Jack's story, it is crucial to address the broader challenges and common misconceptions that often arise when discussing such transformative events. One immediate question often posed is whether such a gift is merely a one-off public relations stunt rather than a scalable solution for the millions of struggling ranchers worldwide. While Jack's direct encounter with Elon Musk was undoubtedly unique, the underlying principle, the integration of electric vehicles and solar energy into agricultural operations, is indeed scalable, though it requires significant investment in infrastructure, education, and financial incentives. Another challenge lies in the digital divide. Many rural areas still lack reliable internet access, which is often crucial for leveraging the full potential of smart technologies that could further revolutionize farming. There's also inherent resistance to new technology within traditional sectors, born from generations of established practices and a natural skepticism towards unproven methods, especially when livelihoods are at stake. Misconceptions about electric vehicles, such as their range limitations in demanding rural environments or the perceived lack of charging infrastructure outside urban centers, also persist. While a Model 3 might not replace a heavy-duty pickup for all tasks, its role as a versatile, low-cost utility vehicle and mobile power source is often underestimated. Furthermore, debates surrounding the role of billionaires in solving societal problems can cloud the narrative, with some arguing that systemic issues require policy-level interventions rather than individual acts of philanthropy. However, Jack's story isn't about replacing policy. It's about demonstrating a tangible pathway, inspiring others, and sparking a vital conversation about what's possible when technology meets tradition with a spirit of innovation and generosity. It highlights that while challenges remain in widespread adoption, the potential for transformation is undeniable, urging us to look beyond the immediate anecdote to the broader implications for a more sustainable and equitable future in agriculture. Jack Thomas's journey from the brink of despair to a vibrant, sustainable future is more than just a heartwarming anecdote. It is a profound testament to the power of unexpected kindness and the transformative potential of innovation. His ranch, once a symbol of relentless struggle, now flourishes, not just because of a cutting-edge vehicle, but because of the renewed hope and opportunity it represented. The Tesla Model 3 became an emblem of a fresh start, proving that tradition and technology are not adversaries but powerful allies when thoughtfully integrated. As Jack stood before an audience of tech giants and influencers at a Tesla event sharing his story, his tears of gratitude were not just for the material gift, but for the profound shift in his entire outlook on life. He spoke of the simple joy of a life he never thought was possible, a life now filled with the promise of progress, economic stability, and the quiet satisfaction of knowing his legacy could endure. His narrative underscores a vital truth, that even in an increasingly complex and often impersonal world, the human element of generosity and connection remains profoundly impactful. It reminds us that true progress isn't just about technological leaps, but about how those advancements can uplift individuals and communities, fostering resilience and inspiring a collective belief in a better tomorrow. This story serves as a powerful reminder that every act of kindness, no matter how grand or seemingly small, possesses the potential to ignite a chain reaction of positive change, reshaping not just individual lives, but the very fabric of our shared human experience. What other unexpected intersections of technology and humanity might be waiting to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary, simply through the lens of curiosity and a willingness to offer a helping hand? The unfolding of a life's narrative, often perceived as a linear progression of effort and outcome, can, in moments of profound intervention, reveal itself as a tapestry woven with threads of the unforeseen. Consider the seismic shift when the established rhythms of existence are met with an utterly novel impetus, a catalytic moment that redefines the very horizon of possibility. This isn't merely about the acquisition of a new tool or the alleviation of immediate hardship. It speaks to a deeper recalibration of one's relationship with the future itself. It spotlights how the enduring spirit, even after decades of relentless dedication against formidable odds, possesses an inherent capacity for rejuvenation, waiting only for the right spark to ignite latent potential. The very concept of success becomes fluid in such circumstances, expanding beyond purely economic metrics to encompass a richer tapestry of well-being, environmental harmony, and a profound sense of peace. Moreover, such instances compel a reevaluation of interconnectedness within our broader societal fabric. One might initially perceive a solitary struggle, an isolated battle waged against an indifferent world. Yet, the reverberations of a single, well-placed act of compassion can extend far beyond its immediate recipient, creating concentric circles of inspiration. It prompts a collective introspection on what truly constitutes value in a rapidly evolving global landscape. This kind of narrative challenges the prevailing cynicism that often permeates contemporary discourse, demonstrating that genuine human connection, expressed through tangible support, can indeed bridge divides that once seemed insurmountable. This story serves as a powerful reminder that every act of kindness, no matter how grand or seemingly small, possesses the potential to ignite a chain reaction of positive change, reshaping not just individual lives, but the very fabric of our shared human experience. What other unexpected intersections of technology and humanity might be waiting to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary, simply through the lens of curiosity and a willingness to offer a helping hand? It underscores the profound truth that progress isn't solely a top-down mandate from institutions or a relentless march of technological innovation, but frequently emerges from the ground up, fueled by individual stories that resonate deeply within the collective consciousness, shifting perspectives on what can be achieved when disparate worlds converge. Furthermore, the experience serves as a powerful metaphor for the ongoing dialogue between heritage and innovation. It illustrates that embracing forward-looking advancements doesn't necessitate abandoning one's foundational principles or established way of life. Quite the contrary. It suggests a symbiotic relationship, where cutting-edge solutions can breathe new vitality into time-honored practices, making them more resilient, efficient, and ultimately more aligned with the demands of an evolving planet. This synergy invites us to reconsider our own resistance to change, prompting a deeper inquiry into whether our comfort with the familiar inadvertently limits our capacity for growth. It underscores the profound lesson that vision, whether individual or collective, is not merely about anticipating what's next, but also about identifying where ingenuity can most powerfully uplift and transform existing frameworks. The narrative becomes a living example of how adaptability, when paired with a receptive spirit, can turn what once seemed like an insurmountable barrier into a stepping stone towards unforeseen opportunities. Consequently, the enduring impact of such a transformative gesture extends into the realm of personal agency and the invitation to introspection. It prompts us, the observers, to reflect on our own capacity for impact, however modest it may seem. What latent potential resides within our own spheres of influence, waiting to be catalyzed by a thoughtful word, a helping hand, or an unexpected act of generosity? The story compels us to look beyond immediate appearances, to recognize the quiet dignity in persistent effort, and to imagine how even the most established patterns of life might contain unexplored avenues for renewal. It's a compelling argument for nurturing a spirit of curiosity, not just about the grand technological marvels of our age, but about the nuanced realities of human experience and the myriad ways in which lives intertwine.
Ultimately, the true legacy of such an extraordinary event lies not in the specific details of its unfolding, but in the universal principles it illuminates. The unwavering strength of the human spirit, the profound interconnectedness of all beings, and the boundless potential for renewal that resides within every challenge. It concludes with a powerful, lingering question for each of us. How might our own openness to the unforeseen, our willingness to extend kindness, or our courage to embrace novel solutions contribute to the unfolding of similar narratives of hope and transformation in the world around us? It reinforces the timeless value of looking beyond the obvious, of seeking inspiration in the unexpected, and of fostering a world where every individual's journey holds the promise of discovery and profound growth. This ongoing quest for understanding, fueled by empathy and a thirst for what's next, is perhaps the most valuable takeaway of all. Reflecting on this journey through a landscape where enduring grit met an unforeseen catalyst, we begin to discern a pattern far more intricate than the simple act of giving and receiving. What initially presented as a singular event, a striking anomaly in the quiet rhythm of rural life, has unfolded into a multifaceted exploration of the very sinews that connect human endeavor, technological advancement, and the persistent quest for a sustainable existence.
It's a conceptual merging of currents, where the deep-rooted perseverance cultivated across generations on the land converges with the soaring ambition of modern innovation, creating an altogether new flow. This confluence invites us to look beyond the immediate contours of a personal narrative and perceive the broader implications for communities often marginalized by the very forces of progress they could ultimately benefit from. Indeed, the narrative's deeper resonance lies in its capacity to illuminate how seemingly disparate worlds can not only coexist but profoundly enrich one another. The quiet tenacity of a life dedicated to the earth, often battling against formidable economic and environmental headwinds, finds an unexpected ally in the very forefront of clean energy and mobility. This isn't merely a tale of a fortunate individual, it's a living demonstration of how systemic vulnerabilities within traditional sectors might be addressed through a reimagined approach to resource allocation and technological integration. It challenges the inherent assumption that advancement must always leave behind those who cherish established ways, instead positing a future where foundational industries are invigorated by the very forces once perceived as alien or inaccessible. The dialogue between the enduring wisdom of experience and the agile potential of novel solutions becomes palpably clear, suggesting pathways for a more resilient and harmonious future. Moreover, as these threads intertwine, a compelling illustration emerges concerning the evolving nature of influence and impact in our contemporary world. It moves beyond the simplistic dichotomy of individual struggle versus corporate might, revealing a more nuanced interplay where visionary philanthropy can serve as a potent accelerant for grassroots transformation. The ripple effect extends beyond immediate material benefits, fostering a sense of possibility that can inspire broader shifts in mindset and practice within an entire community. This dynamic underscores a fundamental truth that genuine, tangible acts of support, when strategically applied, possess an unparalleled power to dismantle long-held barriers and cultivate optimism where cynicism once held sway. It's a powerful testament to the idea that true progress is not solely measured in grand, abstract metrics, but profoundly felt in the tangible uplift of individual lives and the subsequent flourishing of local ecosystems. Yet, this transformative arc is not without its inherent complexities, for every leap forward invariably invites scrutiny and prompts a deeper understanding of the hurdles that remain. The journey from an isolated act of generosity to a widely adopted model is fraught with challenges, from navigating entrenched skepticism to overcoming the practicalities of infrastructure and accessibility. These considerations, far from diminishing the narrative's power, serve to underscore the ongoing effort required to bridge divides and ensure that such opportunities are not confined to isolated instances of good fortune.
They remind us that the path to a genuinely sustainable and equitable future is a continuous process of adaptation, education, and persistent effort to dismantle the very misconceptions that might impede wider adoption. The narrative, therefore, serves not just as an inspirational account, but as an implicit call to examine the broader landscape of possibility and the work still required to cultivate such transformative outcomes on a larger scale. As we pivot towards the final reflection, consider how this singular story, like a meticulously crafted piece of a larger mosaic, reveals a profound truth about the human condition and our collective future. It speaks to the enduring spirit of adaptability, the surprising places where hope can ignite, and the transformative capacity of a world willing to connect disparate elements into a cohesive vision.
It prepares us to contemplate not just what was achieved, but what could be achieved when ingenuity, compassion, and resilience coalesce. The echoes of this journey resonate, inviting us to contemplate the broader implications of such convergences for our shared human experience and the pathways yet to be fully explored. The quiet transformation that unfolded on Jack Thomas's ranch transcends the simple narrative of a gift and its immediate utility. It delves into the very essence of human resilience and the surprising alchemy that occurs when profound need meets audacious vision. Jack's weathered hands, once a silent testament to ceaseless struggle against an unforgiving landscape, became symbols of a renewed purpose, animated by an unexpected infusion of cutting-edge technology. This was not merely about a vehicle, it was about the restoration of a spirit, the rekindling of a dream that had slowly flickered under the weight of relentless hardship. The story of his ranch, once a poignant echo of a dying way of life, evolved into a vibrant testament to adaptability, demonstrating that even the most deeply rooted traditions can find a new lease on life when embraced by the winds of innovation. It highlights the profound truth that true progress is often measured not just in technological leaps, but in the tangible uplift of individual lives and the restoration of dignity to those who have toiled in obscurity. What we witnessed was a powerful convergence, the earthy wisdom honed over generations of working the land, seamlessly integrating with the sleek, silent power of electric propulsion and the clean energy of the sun. This fusion challenges deeply ingrained notions that progress must invariably entail the abandonment of heritage. Instead, Jack's experience illustrates a symbiotic relationship, where the very tools of the future can serve to strengthen and sustain the foundations of the past. The Tesla, charged by solar panels, became more than just transportation. It symbolized a self-sustaining ecosystem, a blueprint for a future where energy independence and environmental stewardship are not abstract ideals but practical realities for even the most remote operations. This intelligent integration suggests a paradigm shift, urging us to reconsider how disparate fields, agriculture and advanced technology, can collaborate to forge solutions that are both economically viable and ecologically responsible, paving the way for a more harmonious coexistence between human endeavor and the natural world. Beyond the individual triumph, Jack's journey resonates as a compelling archetype for addressing broader societal challenges. It stands as a beacon for the potential of corporate responsibility to transcend mere philanthropic gestures, evolving into genuine, impactful investment in human flourishing. This was not a detached transaction. It was a profound act of recognition, acknowledging the inherent value in a life dedicated to a fundamental yet often undervalued pursuit. The ripple effects of such a gesture extend far beyond the immediate beneficiaries, inspiring communities to imagine what might be possible when resources and vision align with a spirit of compassion. It dismantles the perception that innovation is an exclusive domain, demonstrating that its most profound impact can be felt when it democratizes opportunity, bridging divides and sparking hope in places where it has long been scarce.
This story compels us to look beyond conventional boundaries and envision a future where collaborative spirit and a shared commitment to progress can uplift entire sectors and empower countless individuals. The lasting imprint of this narrative lies not in the material value of the gift, but in the enduring power of human connection and the profound emotional dividends of generosity. It reminds us that at the heart of every technological marvel, every grand vision, lies the simple, undeniable truth of shared humanity.
Jack's tears of gratitude, his newfound sense of possibility, and his willingness to share his vulnerable yet triumphant journey became a powerful echo across the digital landscape, inspiring millions. This emotional resonance underscores that while innovation propels us forward, it is empathy, kindness, and the genuine desire to uplift others that truly define our progress as a society. It suggests that the most impactful advancements are those that not only solve practical problems, but also touch the human spirit, fostering a sense of dignity, purpose, and interconnectedness. As we step back from Jack's extraordinary experience, we are left with a compelling invitation to reflect on our own capacity for impact. This story challenges us to look beyond immediate appearances, to recognize the quiet dignity and persistent effort, and to imagine how even the most established patterns of life might contain unexplored avenues for renewal. It urges us to consider what unexpected gestures we might offer, what connections we might forge, or what innovative solutions we might champion, however small, to bridge divides and flourishing in our own spheres of influence. The true practice begins now, in cultivating a keen eye for unmet needs, in nurturing a spirit of imaginative problem-solving, and in embracing the profound truth that every act of genuine kindness holds the potential to ignite a chain reaction of positive change. May Jack's journey serve as an enduring reminder that the future is not merely something that happens to us, but something we actively shape, one compassionate, innovative act at a time.